This video is sponsored by This Little Guy. Thank you, This Little Guy, for sponsoring this video. I really like this movie, Pig. It's a really good movie. I'm going to tell you why. The general premise is that there's this truffle hunting pig who's really neat and is played by Brandy the pig, and the movie is mostly about pig-related things. And of course, with every valiant hero, there is their plus one, who in this case is a recluse who cooks a mean pigeon with foraged wild mushrooms and huckleberries named Robin. Robin is played by Nick Cage, most well known for his line of sequin pillows and stealing the Declaration of Independence. Both Cage and Brandy the pig have really good chemistry. Brandy the pig as a casting choice for the pig was an excellent choice. I think she really steals the show whenever she graces the screen. She really immerses herself into the role in a wonderfully nuanced way. Her role alone garners the movie a fresh take on the pig genre of films, which is already making my ranking for this movie pretty darn high. At about the 10-minute mark of this movie, Robin gets blindsided by a critical door hit. He's fine. That's just a pile of his drool probably. Robin really sleeps hard. He parties really hard at night making those mushrooms, and he's probably just drooling a little bit during the no, that is definitely gross blood hair. The people who well acquaint Robin with the floor due to a door related injury steal the pig, and basically for the rest of this movie is all about Nick Cage finding the pig. Now you get the world-renowned Brandy the pig to play in this movie, but within the first 10 minutes, you take her out of the majority of the movie, that's going to cost you some serious points on the Josh's review scale. Jeez. Pig isn't as much of a pig movie as much as it is a drama where Nick Cage aggressively tells people that he's looking for his pig.
They took my pig. I'm looking for a truffle pig. Who has my pig? I'm looking for my pig.
I would have preferred 2 hours of the pig Brandy and Nick Cage looking for mushrooms and making food, but as the movie stands right now, it's still pretty fun. I like how many times Robin has face-related injuries and how he never ever cleans it or goes to the doctor, and everyone's just like,
I'm sorry, do you need medical attention?
No, thank you.
A little bit more background info on Robin. He worked as a chef who became a huge name in the Portland, Oregon culinary scene, but soon realized that he really dislikes the ostentatious sort of contemporary culinary atmosphere and culture. So he moved out into the forest and trained a pig to hunt truffles. A Stardew Valley premise to be sure, and I love that. He's just someone who has lived a lot and knows now what makes him happy, and there's a sort of beauty to his character in that regard. There's also a really lovely flow to how we learn about our main characters, which is shown through a bunch of dialogue, or a bunch of really well-written dialogue. There's this sort of hype beast business dude named Amir, whose character can be summed up in this clip when he talks with Nicolas Cage.
My dad sells this place and I'm not really supposed to be in here.
Why aren't you supposed to be in here?
I've got my business and he's got his.
Why don't you work for him?
I will, one day, when I'm more established.
Your dad sounds terrible.
Upon my handful of rewatches of this film, I've really grown to love Amir, even though he's a total NFT dude bro. His character is defined by the life he was born into, which has made him into a big bourgeoisie man who drives a big man car and listens to big man music. But under that exterior is an extremely lonely and unhappy individual. Robin and Amir, who are basically opposites, travel through all these random communities of Portland, kind of seeing these little pictures into Robin's past, and it's so fun to see all these people just like interact, and they develop each other's characters throughout the movie, and you get to see more of their characters. There's an underground fighting ring. There's this weird new chef dude who basically makes scallops into smoky grossness, and then there's just some random kid. I don't really know why there's just some random kid. Through all these interactions, we see Rob is just fed up, just really fed up with everything. He's sick of that dude that I mentioned who made scallops taste like metallic jewelry of Bezos's knuckles. He's sick of the world that fantasizes these rich dum-dums whose overwhelming presence hardwires our brains to aspire to be like them. One of the main themes of Pig is exploring this incessant pursuit of fame and fortune that many crave. Those people who needlessly immerse themselves into their work in upper class roles. As people like Amir were born into these these cushy positions. It creates an echo chamber that further establishes this culture that hyperfixates on monetizing everything for the most profit possible. Robin just wants to live. Robin just wants to be with his pig, and someone took her. This movie is great, and I don't want to spoil anything else, so this is the end of my review. Please go aside today. Do what is happy and do what is the most important things to you. And if your most important thing is your work, then maybe you should not evaluate yourself based on the amount of work and productivity you do, because that is a not good thing. Bye-bye. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye. I'm gonna hit the stop button on the record thing.